Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, January 31st, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. New Orleans Pelicans vs Cleveland Cavaliers. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this game with several key players listed as questionable on the injury report. This list includes the team's leading scorer Brandon Ingram, who is averaging 22.4 points per game. In addition, both Jonas Valanciunas and Josh Hart are questionable to play. On the season, Valanciunas is grabbing 12 rebounds to go along with 18.3 points. Already banged up, the Pelicans might be without forward Josh Hart in this game. Hart finds himself questionable with a knee contusion, which doesn't bode well for the Pelicans' chances of competing on the road in this spot. Not to mention, Cleveland is fresh off of a disappointing loss versus the Detroit Pistons. Even though the Cavaliers come into this game as the more healthy unit, they will still be without Lauri Markkanen in addition to long-term injuries to Ricky Rubio and Colin Sexton. However, they will still have their top scorer in Darius Garland, averaging 19.7 points per game. Down low, Jarrett Allen is providing strong interior defense and rebounding in addition to his 16 points per contest. Our first betting pick will be Cleveland Cavaliers. With the Cavaliers vying for home court advantage in the first round of the NBA playoffs, Cleveland is expected to be among the busiest teams at the trade deadline in February. One player that has been continually linked to the Cavs is Indiana Pacers guard Karis LeVert. However, it seems more likely that Cleveland will bring in more of a veteran presence. Eric Gordon and Robert Covington Jr. are among the low-cost alternatives that make more sense for Cleveland ahead of a potential postseason run. According to dunksandthrees.com, Cleveland comes into this matchup ranked number 4 in the NBA with an adjusted plus 5.3 net rating. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers rank 18th on offense with an adjusted 110.4 mark and second defensively with an adjusted 109.9 rating through 49 games. As the NBA deadline nears, the Pelicans are expected to be among the busiest teams in the league. Star forward Zion Williamson has yet to play a game this season, which has left the Pelicans in a peculiar spot. New Orleans finds itself as sellers heading into the trade deadline, but that doesn't mean it won't fill a few long-term needs along the way. One of those needs has been three-point shooting, and the Pelicans are expected to target a stretch forward that can add some floor spacing off of the bench. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Pelicans come in ranked 25th in the NBA with an adjusted minus 3.5 net rating. New Orleans sports an adjusted 108.5 offensive rating and a 112.1 mark on the defensive end of the floor, which both rank 23rd in the NBA. Our second betting pick will be under the total. Los Angeles Clippers vs Indiana Pacers. Los Angeles could not overcome an early deficit in a 121-114 loss to the Miami Heat on Friday night. Luke Kennard scored 23 points for the Clippers, including 16 in the fourth quarter. Eric Bledsoe finished with 19 points and Amir Coffey had 15. On Sunday, the Clippers bounced back with a blowout win over Charlotte on the road. The Clippers' defense was the story, holding the high-powered Hornets' offense to just 90 points in the 114-90 win. In addition, the Clippers completely shut down Charlotte in the fourth quarter, keeping them to just 14 points. Indiana is a team that has struggled mightily this season and seemed to have taken a step back from last season. Playing without Turner and Brogdon here is going to limit their effectiveness as well. We know how weak Indiana is on the defensive end of the floor, as last week's 158-point performance by the Hornets showed. Law is playing the second game of a back-to-back situation, and they are missing their top 2 stars in George Leonard, though they found ways to get by without them this season. The Clippers are the opposite of the crosstown Lakers, where they can generate offensive production despite missing their stars, in part due to having a decent cast of supporting players. Rick Carlisle coached the Mavericks during the past 13 seasons, leading the team to its lone title in 2011. He resigned on June 16 and rejoined the Pacers a week later. The 62-year-old coach was recognized with a video tribute before the game, tears streaming down his face afterward. It has been a difficult year for Carlisle and Pacers fans. The rebuild may soon be underway as several Pacers players have been mentioned in potential trade talks, which could explain the team's less than stellar play lately. Our first betting pick will be Clippers. For the year, Indiana is 16th in the league in scoring offense, with 108.6 points per game this season. The Pacers are 17th in rebounding with an average of 44.6 boards a night, while they are 11th in assists by dishing out 24.3 dimes per contest. Indiana is 21st in scoring defense, as they allow an average of 110.7 points per game on the year. Domantas Sabonis is leading the team with 19.1 points plus 12.1 rebounds and 5 assists per game. Malcolm Brogdon, 18.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, 5.9 assists, Chris Duarte, 13.3 points, Karis LeVert, 17.9 points, and Miles Turner, 12.9 points, 7.1 rebounds, 2.8 blocks, are averaging in double figures. Ashi Brissett, Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday, 11 points, TJ McConnell and Torrey Craig are other rotation pieces for Indiana. The Pacers are 16th in the league in field goal percentage, as they are shooting 45.6% from the floor as a team. Indiana is 20th in the league in threes per game, as they splash 11.7 triples per contest, and the team is 26th by shooting 32.8% from beyond the arc on the year. TJ Warren continues to recover from foot surgery that cost him all but 4 games a season ago and is expected to be out until at least early to mid-February. McConnell had surgery for a torn ligament in his hand on December 7th and could miss the rest of the season. Brogdon, Achilles, Turner, foot, and Biddits, foot, are all out here. Turner is expected to be out until after the trade deadline. Our second betting pick will be under 214. Memphis Grizzlies vs Philadelphia 76ers. This season, the Grizzlies have been led by Morant, who is averaging 26.1 points, while Dylan Brooks is recording 18.4 ppg and Bane is averaging 17.8. They play at a fast pace, but are also one of the most efficient offenses in the NBA. In addition, the Grizzlies are one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA, which has helped them continue to play at a faster pace. 2 teams, 2 megastars and 2 different styles. Both teams are also playing at an extremely high level right now. I'm going with the hotter team, however, in the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's why. Memphis's style as of late is harder to contain or defend, compared with Philly. Memphis has been playing at a deadly combination of efficient and fast. Many teams can do one thing well but rarely both. Morant has the Grizzlies going at a breakneck pace, while not sacrificing efficiency nor turning the ball over at a higher rate. On the other side, Philly plays at a more deliberate pace and works inside than out, utilizing Embiid's dominant presence in the paint. Here's where I lean towards Memphis. Well, by no means do I think Adams can dominate or even necessarily contain Embiid. I do think he can take on the assignment one-on-one and avoid forcing Memphis to send wings down to double. The doubling creates floor spacing and allows the Sixers shooters great looks. Philadelphia is on a roll once again and can point to the ever-improving health of the team as a reason why. Saturday night against the Kings, Joel Embiid recorded a double-double with 36 points and 12 rebounds, while Tobias Harris scored 16 and Therese Maxey dropped 13. The Sixers once again reside in first place in the Atlantic Division as a result of the team's 7 wins in 9 games. Our first betting pick will be Memphis plus 3.5. Few teams in the NBA were beset with injuries and COVID-19 issues as the Philadelphia 76ers have been this season. After a hot start, the Sixers fell to the middle of the pack in the Atlantic Division as they navigated through all the missing pieces on their roster. Now, with their health nearly at full strength, the Sixers are back on top in the Atlantic Division and looking to strengthen their position in the conference as the All-Star break approaches. The Sixers have won 7 of 9 in 4 straight after squeaking past the Sacramento Kings on Saturday night, 103-101. The recent run of success has been, in no small part, due to the health of All-Star center Joel Embiid. Embiid had another outstanding performance in the win over the Kings with 36 points, 12 rebounds and 6 assists. Embiid made 10 of 18 field goals including 2 from long range and drilled 14-0 free throws. This has been a rare stretch of quality health for the oft-injured center as Saturday marked the 21st straight game he has played in. Like Morant, Embiid's play once again puts him in the discussion for NBA MVP this season. Our second betting pick will be under 219. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you the user or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.